So she said to herself, "If they are having a joke with me, then I shall have a joke with them. Now then, Roo dear," she said as she took Piglet out of her pocket, "bedtime." "Aha!" said Piglet as well as he could after his terrifying journey. But it wasn't a very good aha, and Kanga didn't seem to know what it meant. "Bath first," said Kanga in a cheerful voice. "Aha!" said Piglet again, looking anxiously for the others. But the others weren't there. Rabbit was playing with Baby Roo in his own house and feeling more and more fond of him in every minute, and Pooh, who had decided to be a Kanga, was still at the sandy place on the top of the forest practicing jumps. "I am not at all sure," said Kanga in a thoughtful voice, "that it wouldn't be a good idea to have a cold bath this evening. Would you like that, Roo dear?" Piglet, who had never really been very fond of baths, shuddered a long, indignant shudder, and said in as brave a voice as he could, "Kanga, I see that the time has come to speak plainly." "Funny little Roo," said Kanga as she got the bath water ready. "I am not Roo," said Piglet loudly. "I am Piglet." "Yes, dear, yes," said Kanga soothingly, "and imitating Piglet's voice too. So clever of him." And she went on as she took a large bar of yellow soap out of the cupboard. "What will you be doing next?" "Can't you see?" shouted Piglet. "Haven't you got eyes? Look at me." "I am looking, Roo dear," said Kanga rather severely, "and you know what I told you about pulling faces. If you pull faces like Piglet's, then you will grow up to look like a piglet, and then think how sorry you'll be. Now then, into the bath, and don't let me have to speak to you about it again." Before he knew where he was, Piglet was in the bath, and Kanga was scrubbing him firmly with a large, lathery flannel. "Ow!" cried Piglet. "Let me out, I'm Piglet." "Don't open the mouth, dear, or soap goes in," said Kanga. "There, what did I tell you?" You did it on purpose," spluttered Piglet as soon as he could speak again, and then accidentally had another mouthful of lathery flannel. "That's right, dear, don't say anything," said Kanga, and in another minute Piglet was out of the bath and being rubbed dry with a towel. "Now," said Kanga, "there's your medicine, and then bed." "Medicine," said Piglet. "To make you grow big and strong, dear. You don't want to grow up small and weak like Piglet, now do you? Well then." At that moment there was a knock on the door. "Come in," said Kanga, and in came Christopher Robin. "Christopher Robin! Christopher Robin!" cried Piglet. "Tell Kanga who I am. She keeps saying I'm Roo. I'm not Roo, am I?" Christopher Robin looked at him very carefully and shook his head. "You can't be Roo," he said, "because I've just seen Roo playing at Rabbit's house." "Well," said Kanga, "fancy that! Fancy my making a mistake like that!" "There you are," said Piglet. "I told you so. I'm Piglet." Christopher Robin shook his head again. "Oh, you can't be Piglet," he said. "I know Piglet well, and he's quite a different colour." Piglet began to say that this was because he had just had a bath, and then he thought that perhaps he wouldn't say that, and as he opened his mouth to say something else, Kanga slipped the medicine spoon in and then patted him on his back and told him that it was really quite a nice taste once you got used to it. "I knew it wasn't Piglet," said Kanga. "I wonder who it can be." "Perhaps it's a relation of Pooh's," said Christopher Robin. "What about a nephew or an uncle or something?" Kanga agreed that this was probably what it was, and that they should have to call him by some name. "I shall call it Poohtail," said Christopher Robin. "Henry Poohtail, for short." And just when it was decided, Henry Poohtail wriggled out of Kanga's arms and jumped to the ground. To his great joy, Christopher Robin had left the door open. Never had Henry Poohtail Piglet run so fast as he ran then, and he didn't stop running until he had got quite close to his house. But when he was 100 yards away, he stopped running and rolled the rest of the way home, so as to get his own nice, comfortable colour again. So Kanga and Roo stayed in the forest. And every Tuesday, Roo spent the day with his great friend Rabbit. And every Tuesday, Kanga spent the day with her great friend Pooh, teaching him to jump. And every Tuesday, Piglet spent the day with his great friend Christopher Robin. And so they were all happy again. Well, that was the end of Chapter 7. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please feel free to watch the other videos, and I will see you soon for Chapter 9. Bye!